Hello, how are you? Today I brought you an amazing recipe to replace lunch or dinner, and it's super quick to make. It doesn't have wheat flour, it doesn't have gluten, it's a complete meal, it's healthy and economical, and the flavor is incredible. It has way fewer calories and you're going to love it. Stay until the end, you won't want to miss it. Remember that, as always, I'll leave a list of the ingredients, their quantities, and the nutritional information for you down below in the description, so you can make this recipe at home too. Let me know in the comments if you've noticed that any specific food is getting more expensive in your shopping cart. These days, when you're buying food, what is the hardest thing for you to afford? Let me know, and I'll bring healthy alternatives here to help you out. Also, remember that I have several playlists with healthy recipes for lunch and dinner. I'll leave the links down below in the description so you can check them out and get more ideas. So let's start here with our onion, which is already chopped. I'm going to put it here in my baking dish. You saw that I greased it with a bit of olive oil because I'm going to bake this later. Remember that onions are very rich in fiber. They add great flavor to our recipes. They're prebiotic, help with intestinal function. So they're an excellent addition to our daily routine and contain many bioactive compounds, quercetin, anti-inflammatory properties. So I'll even leave a link down below about the benefits of onions, since many people don't realize how nutritious they are. To the onions, I'm going to add my already chopped garlic. I chopped this garlic 15 minutes before starting to prepare our recipe here, because as you already know from my other videos, the longer we let the garlic sit after chopping before adding it to the food, the more allicin is able to form, which is a very important bioactive compound for immunity, for blood pressure control. There's also a video here on the channel talking about this. I'm going to add my olive oil here, which is also an ultra-healthy fat, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant. So let's give this a good mix. I'll add a bit of salt and black pepper and mix it all together here. These seasonings here can be adjusted to your taste. If you want to add paprika, you can. If you want to add cumin, that's also good. If you want to add curry, that can change the flavor of your recipe. Since I'm making it more basic, it'll be more neutral, but you could definitely add the seasonings you like. Tell me, which seasonings do you use most often in your daily cooking? And here on top, I'm going to make a bed with this onion, this garlic, and these seasonings. And on top of that, I'll add our pumpkin, already cut into cubes. Remember that pumpkin is low in calories, very rich in fiber, contains lots of carotenoids, and is also highly antioxidant and anti-inflammatory. And roasted pumpkin is absolutely wonderful. So I'm going to put this in the oven to roast, and then we'll add other ingredients on top. But first, I want to pre-roast our pumpkin so it gets really soft and delicious. There's also a video here on the channel talking about what happens when you eat pumpkin every day. I'll leave the link down below in the description for you. Before roasting, I'm just going to sprinkle a little rosemary on top because I also think it goes really well with pumpkin. This recipe is great if you're trying to lose weight or if you want to reduce inflammation in your body. I also have a playlist with low-carb recipes that you are gonna love. Look, I'm going to cover this with aluminum foil. Many easy recipes for every type of meal that can help you lose weight in a healthy way. There's also a playlist to help reduce inflammation in the body and one for managing diabetes. I'll leave the links for them down below in the description with many recipes and tips. It's been about 15 minutes, so while the pumpkin finishes roasting, I'm going to get started on the cream so we can keep things moving here. I'm going to beat my eggs, which will be part of the protein in our recipe. I even have a video here on the channel talking about what happens if eggs are our main source of protein. I'll leave that down here in the description for you, whether eggs raise cholesterol or not, how they affect the gut, blood sugar, so all of that will be down below. I'm going to add the seasoning now, a bit of salt, and some black pepper. Also a little paprika, which I think will go really well. And a bit of oregano. You can use whatever seasonings you prefer. I'm also going to add my milk here. You can use whichever milk you prefer. I'm using skim cow's milk, but you can even use plant-based milk if that's your preference. And now we add the oat flour or chickpea flour to give the texture we need for our batter. Remember that oats are also high in protein, they contain fiber, and they have beta-glucan, which helps control cholesterol, plus they're quite neutral in flavor. So let's give all of this a good mix until it's well combined, and I'll be right back. Hold on. Look. So here I have our pumpkin already cooked. I'm going to remove this rosemary. It's easy to just take it out by hand just to make it more pleasant, but if you want to leave the rosemary in, that's fine too. Now, I'm just going to pour our mixture into the baking dish. Then it's going back into the oven to finish baking until it's perfectly done. And that's it for this recipe. What I'm going to do now is give it a really good stir because the onion was previously at the very bottom, so it can thoroughly mix in with everything else as well. It already smells absolutely amazing, truly wonderful. I'm going to put this back in the oven to bake for a few more minutes, and I'll be right back to tell you how long it took and to cut a piece here. This is going to be my lunch today. I want to know what yours will be. I'll be right back. The smell is so good that I almost forgot I set aside some mozzarella for the topping. This part is totally optional, so don't worry if you don't have any or want to skip it. But if you do have it, definitely add a little. It adds such a nice touch. Now, into the oven it goes, and I'll be right back. It was in for 25 minutes and it turned out absolutely beautiful. I'm going to cut a piece now so you can get a better look at the texture. You really have to try this. I'm sure you're going to love it. It's honestly so delicious and easy to make. Look at this, how amazing. Remember that I have a playlist here with lunch and dinner recipes. I'll leave the link down here in the description for you. And don't forget to leave your like, it really helps me out. And share it with anyone you know who will like it, with anyone who needs it. Let's grow this chain of kindness together. That's what I want here with the channel. Let's taste it. If you like pumpkin, make it because you're going to love it. And if you don't like it, make it anyway because you'll start liking it. It's really good. See you next time. Bye.